Don't forget what got you here. If you think running the ball got the Giants here, you're crazy. They threw the ball to get here, and they got to throw the ball today. And the other thing you got to think about, last week, 2 great games. What determined them? Special teams, guys. You better be special on special teams.
They were 9-7 in the regular season. Now Arizona gave us a hell of a show at 9-7. We understand that, etc. Do they become a 9-7 team again somehow? I don't know. And remember, they won the Jet game. Eli was 9 of 27. Can't do that.
Oh.
Can't do that. Not saying they're going to do that. Can't do that. They got confidence. They got chips. Barbecue chips, Tom?
I bet some of the wide receivers lost their chips.
We'll be back.
Coming up, the perfect upset.
I don't call it luck. That's the last thing I call it, but I was just a recipient of a divine moment that day.
We relive the giant play that changed the course of NFL history. And Under the Helmet. And Inside the Huddle.
Let's get rolling up the field.
Tom Brady soundtracks in Super Bowls.
Here they are, the national panel.
Every day I lose, I die just a little.
Let's go to work.
He's not that popular.
Why'd you have to go get Woody all riled up?
Get over it.
Don't miss Around the Horn, weekdays on ESPN America.
Winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-the-time thing. You gotta play with your heart, with every ounce of fiber in your body. You don't win once in a while. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. I firmly hold that a man's finest hour, the greatest fulfillment to anything he holds dear, is that moment. Victorious.
Second down and 3. Brady back to the end zone, and did he put it in? Gronkowski says yes, and the official agrees. Touchdown, New England. Andre Goodman shakes his head, wondering how did he catch that? Look at the big tight end laying out for that one.
It was hard for any 49er fan not to toot his own horn after Super Bowls 23 and 24. Challenging the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 23, Jerry Rice pulled down 11 receptions for 215 yards and a touchdown. Despite Rice's grand performance, San Francisco found themselves trailing the Bengals late in the game. But the 49ers would battle back with an 11-play, 92-yard drive. Super Bowl 24 saw a meeting of 2 quarterback legends, John Elway and Joe Montana. MVP Montana threw 5 touchdowns to lead a rout over the Broncos and give George Seifert a Super Bowl win in his first season as head coach.
When I saw the rundown today, I knew it was going to be a good day.
We're out of that kid.
A little crazy here.
We've become the most violent show on television. Oh, that was a good day.
Don't miss Sports Nation, weekdays on ESPN America. Welcome back to this special Super Bowl edition of Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by IBM.
Forces often align in favor of the unforeseen. Men seizing opportunities, turning one performance into an indelible memory, taking their name from the team's roster and placing it in the book of the Super Bowl. They fulfilled the demands of the moment and answered the calls of their heart to earn a place in history.
Well, we would like to take a moment to thank all the great folks at the Walker Library of the History of Human Imagination for allowing us to shoot in their beautiful building in Connecticut. Also to Opus, market leaders in luxury publishing, for lending us the incredible Super Bowl opus we have featured today. For more information, you can visit this on opus.com. Check it out. You'll see a familiar faces on its pages, many of them. All right. Well, these may be familiar faces to you and maybe not so familiar. I mean, we all know what David Tyree became 4 years ago when these two teams met in the Big Toaster in Arizona. We'll never forget it. Nobody will. An X factor today, Tom.
I'm looking at left tackle Matt Light of the New England Patriots. And when you think about him having to block O.C. Umenyiora and Jason Pierre-Paul, of the Giants' 57 sacks this season, half of them, 25, came from the right defensive end. Your job is a big job.
Tommy, I'm going to stay with the Pats. I'm going to look at Edelman. All the wide receivers of the Giants are talking about getting at him as a DB, but you need to be concerned about him in the return game. The Patriots are a lot better than the Giants as far as field possession and the return game. Watch out for Edelman, averaging over 10 yards per return.
You do know this big back boom is not just an X factor, but he had a down year this year rushing the football, and so did the New York Giants. They averaged 89.2 yards per game. He needs to up his game to be a major factor in the Super Bowl. I think he can do it, big fella.
Well, I'm going with Jake Ballard. I tell you, he's only had 3 catches in the 3 postseason games, but I tell you what, with all the attention going to Cruz, Manningham, and Nix, I think this guy is going to come up big.
Now, this is certainly not an unknown, but 600 catches in 5 years as a Patriot, but nobody really. Wes Welker, yeah. No, yeah.
Yes.
He catches 10, a dozen, I don't know. We could be looking at it now. If Kevin Falk is active, I don't know yet. Keep your eye out for him in a couple of key third down situations. Now, Coach Gruden, who you looking at today?
I like Giants linebacker Michael Boley. He's going to play in the base defense. He'll be in the nickel defense. You'll see him in goal line situations. He's going to have to cover Gronkowski. He's going to have to blitz Boley.
And my X factor is Dan Conley, the center for the Patriots. The most valuable piece of real estate is the parcel 5 yards behind Tom Brady. If Conley has a good game, Brady has time to throw, and it means a good day for the Patriots.
Third guy in the booth is going to give you the third team on the field, the officials. In the playoffs this year, 10 penalties called per game, 5 less than the regular season. In the playoffs this year, 1 offensive holding on average per game, down 2 from the regular season. It's an all-star crew, the best at each position, including referee John Parry, who's working his first. Just something to watch as you watch the game. Send it back to our NFL 32 host, Susie Culper, back at our Pan Am Plaza studio. Suze?
And Mike, there truly is another X factor for the Giants. This person won't be on the field tonight, but she will be a presence in the locker room. Her name is Debbie Crocker, and she is Dave Tollefson's mom. Tollefson is an often overshadowed but critical component of the Giants' pass rush. The backstory here is that Tollefson, growing up without his father, formed a strong bond with his mother over football. Their pregame ritual has become legendary.
Me and my mom have a tradition of talking before every game, and it's not your typical talk.
The phone rings, I pick it up and say, "What's up?" And he says, "Hey." And I say, "You ready to play some football?"
I'll paraphrase it, but she says,
"You better hit somebody. You better get out there and hit somebody hard, boy.
somebody up.
Don't be a out there, boy.
I didn't raise a
Don't be a
don't be a
And he'll say, "Yes, ma'am."
and I say I love you.
And I tell him, "I love you too."
Dave Tollefson, his mom starts cursing him out before every game. You haven't heard the story?
I've heard it.
Yes.
I've heard her on speakerphone. I think it's funny. I think it's hysterical, honestly.
Whatever works for him, you know what I mean? If that's what we need for him to put some little rush on the quarterback, so be it.
I think if she could, she'd suit up and jack some people up.
The passion that she has for it and the love that she has for her son obviously comes out, and she's going to do it in the realest way possible, which is the way she normally talks.
It's just an inspiration knowing that she's got my back.
I'll do what I need to do. Whatever David needs me to do, I'm there for him.
I'm a mama's boy, and I love her to death.
Now, clearly, the Super Bowl players are looking for inspiration anywhere they can get it. Like a retirement community? The main event tells us it was one of Indy's hottest spots after word got out about Dave Tollefson's ritual.
Some moms tell their sons be careful. Some wish their sons good luck. Dave Tollefson's mom, Debbie, goes another route.
This ain't no kiddie game. If he can't handle a phone call from me, he don't belong on the field.
Tollefson will receive his pregame pep talk later today, but he won't enjoy any special advantage. That's because the Indianapolis Super Bowl host committee wanted to create an equal playing field.
A special 800 number was set up for those players whose mothers don't have the same instincts as Debbie Crocker.
It's been great. Players have been calling in at all hours. We're just so proud we can offer this type of Hoosier hospitality.
Wesley Carter Welker, you listen to me. You need to find the scene. Stick with it. Make a play for me. Do your job.
I'm 89 years old, son. What a mom can do, grandmothers can do better. Grandmothers go hard.
You need to adjust your attitude. Don't let me come over there and get in your face. Hold on, Sally. Hello. Tom Brady's blowing me up.
How do I say your name? You're human what?
I mean, do I call my mom every night? Sure I do. But what's she gonna tell me? Go get him, sweetie? No. I need Full Metal Jacket motivation.
It's okay to hold. You've got to protect 12. Don't play like a girl.
I do need some yards out of you.
Spiking the ball does not impress me.
Sorry, Bill, but it's a players-only line.
Game changer. The cause has taken on a life of its own. Citizen volunteers have joined in to make these the most motivated teams in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, tell him it's Eli's mom on the phone. No, you heard me.
You're a mom?
Super mom. Look, you're never gonna be as good as your brother. No, don't you sass me.
A couple more things about the phone call ritual. They discovered before Super Bowl 42, cell service is an issue in Super Bowl stadiums. That's why she makes sure people around her have different carriers. And no matter how they connect, it always ends the same way. Tollefson's mom says, "I love you." He says the same thing back, and then he takes the field. Well, we'll see how that conversation went when we see you for NFL 32 tomorrow. Everything post-Super Bowl and everything throughout the off-season. We're with you Monday through Friday, all year round. Weekdays, 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. We're coming back from Indy. Super Sunday edition of NFL Countdown.
ESPN America isn't just your source for North American sports in Europe and the Middle East.
It's a community that brings American sports fans together.
We've taken fandom to the next level on espnamerica.com,
where you'll find unique and exclusive content tailored for our viewers, including podcasts, blogs, photo galleries, and competitions.
Plus, you can watch game highlights and read behind-the-scene interviews with some of your favorite athletes.
What are you waiting for? Get online and join our community.
Get into the game on espnamerica.com.
They got to remember that the Super Bowl really hadn't been going that long before I actually started playing professional football, but it likened me back to a time when I used to dream about the World Series. So somehow in that moment when we became Super Bowl champions, it transcended that moment of childhood to adulthood, and I realized what a special feeling that is.
And there's the record. That's his 14th receiving touchdown, and he wants to keep that ball. Get it back. The most receiving touchdowns in a single season ever for a tight end by Rob Gronkowski.
At a banquet 3 days before Super Bowl III, New York Jets quarterback Joe Namath publicly guaranteed that his team would beat the Baltimore Colts. And he didn't let his fans down. NFL Hall of Famer Johnny Unitas entered the game and led Baltimore to their only score. But the lone touchdown wouldn't be enough. With an air attack led by Namath and a solid ground game led by fullback Matt Snell, the Jets plowed down the field for 3 field goals and a touchdown. And true to his word, Namath and his Jets walked away with the first Super Bowl victory by an AFL franchise.
And the ball game is over. There's the gun, and the Jets are champions of the football world.
Every game should be a rival game.
It's a game of attitude.
Both teams are
highly, highly competitive.
It's a smash mouth football game.
They try to be the bullies on the block.
Measuring a man against a man.
Clash of the Titans. It's a coin flip.
Just gets the juices flowing.
Doesn't matter what the records are.
Whenever you can beat them on their home field, that's great.
Because you shut up all the fans.
There's so much hatred there.
It's just who can take whose punch the longest.
You know you got to win this one.
This is the game you don't want to lose.
And that's what a rivalry is.
Good luck.
He lays the law when he runs that ball.
Touchdown, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, number 11 for the law firm.
Have you heard his name? It's a great nickname, the law firm, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
I had to pass the ball first, but I don't know if it came from the fans or Trey Wingles or Chris Berman. I don't know who it came from.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good nicknames.
Randy Moss used to call him Big Name.
Like Benny, Green Ellis, or throw it all together, just the firm.
You get all those names in there, those 4 names.
I think maybe Benny is a lawyer, but the way he runs the football kind of tells you he's not.
If you call a Patriots game, it takes a long time to say his name, but you never say the word fumble after Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. As we go inside the IBM Insight Center, he has never fumbled any touch, reception, or rush in his NFL career, 576, more than double the next active player in terms of touches. That's Brent Selleck, the tight end for the Eagles, and all Patriots fans, knock on wood, as we say that. We have been talking about this game for a little bit, a few hours here. The running game has not come up for either side. You know, in the first 25 Super Bowls, the MVP was a running back 5 times. In the last 20 Super Bowls, only twice has the MVP been a running back. Patriots are in shotgun a lot, so they don't run, but where they are in the gun, they're still effective in running.
Mike, absolutely right. In fact, Tom Brady has thrown 447 passes from the shotgun, the most of any quarterback in the NFL. And Bill O'Brien, the offensive coordinator, has done a really good job of syncing up the running game to the shotgun formation, which is normally very difficult to do. So when you watch this offense, you will see it from the shotgun formation and the offense being run effectively, particularly when you get in the red zone. It's paramount that you score. You find the bubble and run to the bubble. There's the void of the defense. You'll see an outstanding job at the combination, the double team at the point of attack. You get Nate Solder to the second level. All of a sudden, here comes the force, filling the gap, and Logan Mankins will come around the block of Rob Gronkowski. Now Ben Jarvis Green Ellis follows the downfield blocking and takes it to the end zone. It'll be critical in the red zone that the Patriots do run the football. They've been very balanced in the area of the field, and it's going to need to be very effective today.
And they have been very effective, really one of the first teams to be effective without an elite running back for a long period of time of effectiveness in the recent NFL. You talk about running backs. There's no fullback on that New England team, but there is one with the Giants.
I do like that about the Giants. They can run the ball the good old-fashioned way behind a fullback in a 2-back set. And Harry Hynoski is the guy they use a lot in this capacity. In any situation, particularly in the red zone, you'll see Bear pass go in motion, a toss sweep. Here goes Bradshaw behind Hynoski. He'll knock one Packer down, and then he'll knock another down. And Ahmad Bradshaw finds the cutback. It allows the Giants a lot of deception in this offense. They can run the ball from a 2-back set. They have a nasty play-action passing attack. And Ahmad Bradshaw and Jacobs are healthy together for the first time in a while. Keep an eye on that fullback. He's going to be a factor today.
Bradshaw and Jacobs have run the ball the last 2 games of the year and in the playoffs like it was their last carry. They've really run it with aggressiveness because of health and pushing each other, and that could be a key in keeping the ball out of the hands of Tom Brady. If you're coming over to the stadium, I know it's only a few of you, but if you are, you might want to walk. There's no decimal point missing. That's $350 for event parking. Thank you, Jaws, for picking up the parking bill because we knew Gruden would.
Gruden's got on that.
Yeah, our coverage continues.
Best of Brady Wired, Under the Helmet.
I said I was going to get you there!
And Inside the Huddle. Tom Brady soundtracks in Super Bowls. And the biggest gaffes on the biggest stage.
It's not going to be a touchdown! It's not. It was going to be a 62-yard touchdown.
We reached into the Super Bowl vault to find the plays that made our guys say,
Come on, man!
It's all about determination, willpower, digging deep, wanting it more. That's heart. NBA Tonight, all season long on ESPN America.
Be a 55-yard try from here, and now instead they're going for it all. The pass is caught for the touchdown. Unbelievable. Hakeem Nicks on a last-second heave by Eli Manning.
I was in awe. The moment it finally come when you play the game since you was 8 years old, and you have seen so many other professional athletes come to this point of playing in a game that's the biggest game that they've ever played in their entire career, and at a stage and at a level to where the entire world is watching. And so being at that level made me like, wow, this is it. Almost like buckle a little bit, because you're just so overwhelmed with emotions.
Packers are number one.
In Super Bowl 31, the Green Bay Packers matched forces with the New England Patriots. Green Bay came out fighting, scoring on the second play of their first possession, and they never let up.
This time he's going to go long upfield. There's wide open. Freeman, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25 down the sideline. And Antonio Freeman on a perfect throw by Brett Favre. Howard has to back up. He can get the run from the goal line to 5 to 10 to 15.
MVP Desmond Howard returned to kick off 99 yards for a touchdown in the fourth quarter for a final crushing blow, as the Packers reclaimed the Super Bowl trophy that had first been theirs 29 years ago.
World champion, Green Bay Packers.
Welcome to PTI, boys and girls, and we begin today with the bikini. I'll alert the media on that.
You saying baseball players can't be tough guys? $20 if you get it tattooed.
Okay, Wilmon.
He's gonna potentially have a show where he has a badge.
Boom.
Hey,
shut up with that.
Maybe he's a late bloomer.
This is horrific.
We agree.
He's a giant.
I needed a nap.
One word.
Magnifique.
I'm thinking
my quarterback.
Just stop talking.
What are these players thinking? You didn't call that.
But you know what we do have?
Pardon the interruption. Weekdays on ESPN America.
Wide open Tyree, who makes the catch.
If there's an emotional term that I tried to, use to describe what I felt after the Super Bowl, it was awe. It just worked out to be something that was far beyond our comprehension.
And he takes the snap under pressure.
Patriots put the heat on Eli. We got a chance to play a little backyard football.
He's able to get away, looks to throw. He does downfield, and a leaping catch is made.
It's like it's slow motion for you as an athlete, but I'm just thinking I got to reel this thing in.
And it is caught. How in the world did he do that?
There were so many emotions that were going through me. I had tears, I had overwhelming joy to play an instrumental part in one of the biggest games in Super Bowl history. It was really overwhelming. I don't call it luck. That's the last thing I call it. But I was just a recipient of a divine moment that day.
One of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history, Super Bowl 42, certainly one of the greatest games. Two linebackers with very different perspective.
Yes.
Bruschi.
Very different. I think so.
Teddy's had to endure a whole week of talking about it, so we're going to go easy on you. But could you just clear up this whole idea of revenge for the guys today?
Right. I mean, playing professional football, especially in the Super Bowl, it's not boxing, all right? Once you have the title and there's a rematch of the next year or 3 years or 4 years down the road, you can't be beaten for that title. You have it for the rest of your life. That ring that Antonio has on his hands right there, it equals one man's triumph and another man's failure. That could never be remedied. I mean, the Patriots could win by 50 points, all right, in this game, but you know, that 2007 team, it's always going to be 18-1.
And that's that team. That's their identity, the team that beat the undefeated Patriots, making them 18-1. And Teddy's right. This year's team is about the 2011 Giants and the Pats.
You know, it took a perfect game to beat the perfect team. Is that what really stands out for you?
Well, no, I think, honestly, you look at that game, it's about breaks. You know, I look at the 4th and 1 down play with Brandon Jacobs tripping over just to get that first down. I look at the fumble where Ahmad Bradshaw goes in there, somehow rips the ball away. The dropped interception by Asante Samuel. I mean, there's plays in the game where things just bounced our way and then bounced the Patriots' way, which you had, you know, for 18 games that season.
They made the plays. We didn't.
You made it. We won't ask you about it again.
All this week.
It's over.
It's tough. It's tough. Yes.
It made him say, "Come on,
man, again."
Get over with.
Well, that's nice. Participants in that Super Bowl are compatriots now. Thank you, gang. Well, look, it is the Super Bowl. I mean, come on, man, it's fun, and we do it all day. But I mean, this is the Super Bowl. We got to have some. Even the greatest are here. We got to have. Come on, man, in the Super Bowl, right, Tom?
Yeah, and boom, let's have a Super Bowl version of it. We begin with Super Bowl 27. Cowboys-Bills. You're going to see Lett, a great football player. This is his opportunity. I got the ball. I'm headed to the end zone. But typical of actually a wide receiver, I'm going to stick it out too soon. Don Beebe comes up and knocks it out from behind. And that will make you sweat. He's thinking, come on, man.
Super Bowl 13, Cowboys Steelers. Key, you're 6 years old. Roger Staubach drops back. Jackie Smith wide open. You ain't gonna get no more open than that. The man in the hat. Staubach say, come on, man.
Super Bowl 40, CC, I had a chance to watch this. Late fourth quarter, Matt Hasselbeck finds Jeremy Stevens in front of the end zone. Boom. Rashawn Locklear called for holding. Not really looking like a holding call to me. Hurt your dreams a little bit. Take another look. Late in the fourth quarter, Hasselbeck throws an interception, then dives to tackle Ike Taylor, but is called for a low block. Referee, what are you doing? My moment in the Super Bowl too, huh, ref? Look at this. Doesn't look like he did anything wrong to me. What about you, Boom? But the referees definitely did. Come on, man.
Well, here we got one with William Perry scoring a touchdown in the Super Bowl. The stupid coach has the greatest running back in the history of the game, and he hands the ball to a defensive tackle.
Come on, man, sticker, come
Well, how can you not do this? Garrow, you premier in the kick block. Super Bowl 7. Aikiki touchdown. The no-name defense can have a shutout except whoop! Mike Bass has it. Whoop! Oh, Garrow. They wanted it, was fine. Come on, man. The Cypriot tie maker. Now, but you know what? Here's Chris at the top of the zip line.
Oh, come on.
Which is an Indian.
Oh, come on.
Speaking of come on, man. What? Come on, Buckeye.
Come on, man. Represent now.
Just like that on your hey, listen. Let me tell you guys something. I love you guys to death. You know that? No. Take it off. I'm not going. I can't do it. I tried. This is not me. All right?
Even with purple sweat.
Boom. When I turn my pads in, I turn my courage in too.
Come on, man. All of us. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. You didn't see me there either. Don't you worry about it.
One thing, if it was safe, why they put the helmets on?
Yeah,
That's what I wanted.
That's what I know, Coach. Thank you, Coach.
And there you have it.
Thank you.
Will there be a come on man or a you to man after the game? Well, whatever it is, we got you covered on NFL Primetime from the field right after the game. You want to join us? Steve, Tommy, yours truly, guests, TBA. And then we go into Super Bowl Sports Center, making sure Key doesn't get out of town that fast. So if you want to watch the show, we want to watch the game, we got a little more of this, including our picks. Uh-oh, Key. Only a couple laps to go. Here come the picks, fellas. They wear a helmet, by the way. Come on, man.
You are watching a special Super Bowl edition of Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by IBM.
Super Bowl 18, the Los Angeles Raiders came out in full force against the Washington Redskins. The Raiders dominated from the start of the game, beginning with a blocked Redskin punt that was recovered for a touchdown.
At the wind at his back. High snap. He goes up, blocked. It's going to be blocked into the end zone. The Raiders on a chase. It'll be recovered in the end zone. It'll be recovered for a Raider touchdown. Lightning has struck wearing black and silver.
Los Angeles running back Marcus Allen rushed for 191 yards on 20 carries, taking the ball into the end zone twice for touchdowns of 5 and 74 yards. Allen was named the game's most valuable player and helped seal the Raiders' Super Bowl win.
You know, I had the opportunity to coach in 6 Super Bowls, and I remember the anxieties, the butterflies. You know, you couldn't wait for the game to start, and it didn't change. You know, after the second and the third and the fourth Super Bowl, you would think that you would start to get used to all of the nervousness before the ball game, but you never do, and that's why it's such a great game.
The road to New Orleans is full of surprises.
3 on the way. Oh! NYN!
Contenders.
Duke holds on at the end.
Pretenders.
It's good! It's good!
Cinderellas.
Long Beach State upsets the Panthers.
But only one national champion. March Madness live from the Big Easy. Only on ESPN America.
Well, here they are, quarterbacks that have won 3 or more Super Bowls. Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana with 4, Troy Aikman, Tom Brady with 3. Well, Tom, of course, has a chance tonight to grab his 4th Super Bowl, and not late, but certainly later in his career. His first 3 Super Bowl crowns to the Patriots came in his 2nd, 4th, and 5th NFL seasons. Quite a bounty for anybody, and amazing that it came so soon. We've all seen the games, but have we heard them? Tom Brady's Super Bowl edition of Soundtracks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is Super Bowl 36.
Hey, overrated. Tom Brady, overrated.
Looks, fires right. Touchdown! Tom Brady throws his first ever Super Bowl touchdown pass.
All right, folks, button up your chin strap. Here we go.
Steps up, fires down the field. Caught. Troy ran at the 40. Stopping the clock at the Ram 36. Adam Vinatieri will try to win it. It's good! It's good! Super Bowl 38.
Let's go, baby. Let's go get it. Cali style, baby. Let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Play action fake. Fires end zone. Touchdown! Super Bowl champions again! This is Super Bowl 39.
We're trying to bore you today out there. We're trying to bore you.
Look, fires to the right. Touchdown!
He got too much time to throw the ball. We got to get to the quarterback.
Double setback. Back to throw. Brady fires end zone. Back to back. 3 out of 4.
The quarterback cannot be sacked. Can't even be hit. We don't stand a chance.
The underneath still good, though. I got you all day, buddy.
Just get rolling up the field.
Okay.
See it in his face. He don't know what to do.
Looks left, lobs it left. First is wide open. Touchdown Giants!
Both Tom Brady and Joe Montana have the most postseason wins. Now, we understand they play more games now than they certainly did when the likes of Otto Graham or Bart Starr play, but this is a fact. So if Tom Brady wins today, he'll have the most postseason wins passing his boyhood idol growing up there in the Bay Area, Joe Montana. Not to mention, he'd equal the same number Super Bowl championships. A legacy, Susie and company that already set, but yet to grow, huh?
That's right. Look at the headline in the local paper. It's all about the legacy, right? Especially for quarterbacks. It's about legacy in a game like this. Who do you think comes out on top?
I think this is a seminal moment for Eli Manning. I mean, you think about him in his career right now. He's already won the Super Bowl. He's become one of the league's elite quarterbacks. If he's able to win this game today, they're going to give him a yellow jacket that he has. I mean, that's his trajectory. He wins this game tonight, and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think he has so much to gain in this football game.
I think he has more. I half full or half empty. I say more to lose, but I think that's good for him. And there's a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame. Not a lot, but a lot. But more than two. And what this class for Tom Brady today is Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana. Yeah. And when we talk about Super Bowls, and people can say, oh, Super Bowls don't really qualify. Super Bowls win all the arguments. Trust me. In the end, how many do you have? And when you get 4, now you're in that discussion around the greatest of all time. The discussions around greatest of all time usually end up at Joe Montana because despite all the other great players, he has 4 Super Bowls. Yeah. So Tom Brady wins tonight, 4 Super Bowls. Now it's like, well, all the arguments about all the great quarterbacks will fall to who has 4 rings? Joe Montana, Tom Brady, and Terry Bradshaw. Who's the greatest of all time? That's the discussion. To me, that's much more to gain or lose than getting into the Hall of Fame, which is a big deal. Yeah. This is a big, big, big deal for Tom Brady.
And certain quarterbacks have to have mentalities. I mean, Eli Manning, after he won his first, I mean, there was an attitude that he could have had where he could have been complacent and say, I got my first, I'm happy, I'm satisfied. But he has that championship mentality to continue to win. And it's that ability to want more. And that's what's so special about Tom Brady is that after this game is over, and if he wins his 4th, it won't take him long to start winning his 5th. I mean, I remember we still had confetti in our pockets, okay, after the parade. And Tom Brady was always talking about, we can do it again. We can do it again. It's never enough for him. 3 isn't enough, and 4 won't be enough. It's that constant drive that he'll always have.
Is it from the 6th round draft pick? I mean, does it go back? What does he hold on to? Because he's had so much success. What does he hold on to drive him?
That meant a lot to him. You know, that the 6 quarterbacks that went before him, to have that chip on your shoulder. You think it would dissipate at times, but it's not, and he shows it in practice.
I agree.
And he shows it by, I'm going to continue to win to show who's the best of all time.
That's the thing you can never measure, and that's why it's such an imperfect science, because he's 6th round, and then just as a final note, Ernie Accorsi, who drafted him, 2 years before he drafted, this was his scouting report. Doesn't this sound like the performance we just saw? Throws the ball, takes the hit, get right back up, has courage and poise, in my opinion, most of all. He has that quality you can't define. Boom, he writes, call it magic.
Well, it certainly will be magical tonight. Maybe both of the guys will be magical. One other angle of the game, I mean, look, we'll go back to something we talked about earlier. Rob Gronkowski, Mongo, if you will. We have fun with him there. Not sure how he'll be. We assume he's going to play. We assume he's going to be 100%, but will they really be? How the Patriots adjust to his availability and his situation as the game in maybe 4 hours unfolds, I asked Tom Brady about it.
You have to prepare for everything. I mean, I would love for him to be there, but if he doesn't play, the game's still going to be kicked off at 6:30. The same thing could happen if he does play and then you lose Wes Welker, the first play of the game. You got to change your plan then. And a lot of, what football is adjustments. I feel like we have a plan. We got to be able to adjust to the plan. If certain guys are in and out, we got to be able to adjust. And, there's still no excuses. We got to go out there and try to play our best game.
Well, adjustment, a real thing, that's for sure. So Tom Brady, Patriots adjust. Tommy, he's been MVP of the Super Bowl twice. You say look across the field for a possible MVP tonight?
Well, what defines a quarterback more than how you play at crunch time? And this year, there has been no one more clutch than Eli Manning. 15 fourth-quarter TDs, more than any other quarterback in the history of the National Football League. And so, this game comes down to a last drive. This is the guy I'm picking.
Well, I'll tell you, the MVP might be for us. He's arrived! Graham Rahal, son of Bobby Rahal, the one-time Indy 500 winner back at 86. Graham Rahal Young, 23 years of age. He can drive pretty fast. And there goes the wheel. We don't need a wheel. We just drive it. Here come the picks. Let's see who's delivering what. We got the milk. We got everything from the Indy 500. Look, we'll be back.
MVP Performance is brought to you by Chevrolet. Experience Super Bowl Sunday in a whole new way.
For the most part, we write all our own material. Occasionally, we have to bring in a ghostwriter.
I like it. It's good.
You like it?
Yeah, great.
Good, that's it then.
One thing. I know Boston beat New York last night, but I think it was more because of the Red Sox clutch hitting than New York's lineup, being possessed by the demon. Oh, and no players with telekinetic powers either, please.
Timeout at this point. It's time to hold it for one.
Save your things. Jamal Franklin for the win. And it goes in.
Sunday NFL Countdown is presented by IBM. Let's build a smarter planet. Visit ibm.com/smarterplanet. And in part by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And American Airlines. Travel to over 250 cities in 40 countries on American Airlines.
Well, here come the picks. Graham Rahal and the entourage. That's for sure. But they drive fast, live fast.
There you go.
Mike, you're in the passing lane. You guys up at the stadium. Good to be with you. What do you guys think?
Yeah, great to be with you guys. Gruden, I'll let you start. John, your pick first.
Saying the Patriots 30-27. Nobody gets Tom Brady twice on this stage.
I'm going to go 27-21 New York Football Giants.
All right. And we're all in a similar score range, too. I'm going to go with New England, 28-22. I'm kind of with you. I think Brady and Belichick get to the top with the coaching and the quarterback, Mount Rushmore. Great being with you guys. Boomer, back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you, and good to be with all of you guys. Happy Super Bowl. So, well, look, we got Graham Rahal with the entourage, if you will. So, Susie, what do you got? Is that still like 200 mile an hour fast? How fast were you driving? You must know the police here.
I do know the police. They took good care of us getting
Thanks,
down here.
Graham. Thanks for helping us out.
All right,
No problem,
so Graham
thank you.
delivered the envelope. In the envelope contained all of our picks for the Super Bowl. I got the first one. Giants 27-20.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm switching to the New England Patriots 27-24. Gostowski field goal as time expires.
Patriots, fronte uno. Gigantes, fronte.
Fronte uno.
Patriots, 28-27. Tom Brady touchdown-winning drive to win it.
Giants 24-20. Eli Manning.
But what?
Day.
My boy Tommy, I'm going with him. G-Man, 27-24. No, boo you. Defensive line too rough.
Giants 24-17.
No, wait a minute. Giants?
Oh, wait.
Giants? Giants? Giants?
Yes.
You're all on the Giants, huh? Well, look, I've missed a boat with them, and I'm sorry. So you don't want me to change that anyway, Giant fans. 27-23, the Patriots. Tom Brady has something special in store tonight. Now, how do we learn how to drive that fast? So that's what I want to know. Can anyone do it?
No.
No.
Tell him the truth.
Who's your pick?
Hey, fellas, will this be a fast driving game? I mean, will we lots of good drives?
Hey, boom.
Hey, remember.
I'll show you how. This is how Steve Young walks. Hey.
Listen, we're playing at Lucas Oil Stadium. I'd like to thank our director, Tom Lucas, for being with us for 5 years. This is his final show. They named the stadium after him. So, Tom, thank you. Thanks for everybody for helping us out here. For all you folks at Super Bowl 46 out there and here, go for it, Key.
Wait a second.
Go ahead.
What? Boy.
Man,
happy Super Bowl. See you after the game.
And here are today's sports reporters.
I'm Bob Ryan of the Boston Globe. Enormous pressure